Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for Khadijah for having me. Before I get started, and as you said, I am a professor at Morgan State, and I'm so glad this year to be teaching a poetry class finally. And so I have one of my poet students here, and I want her to open for me, Chloe. Come on, Chloe.
Hello. Am I allowed to talk? I don't want to mess up your time, but... Hi, my name is Chloe. For our project in our class, we're making chapbooks, and so mine is going to be about finding my voice, and I think that this is something that I want to go somewhere in the beginning of that, so. I am not an articulate person. My mind likes to bind my tongue, my throat, and my voice until I have no other choice but to be silent. The world around me is cut and dry, and I'm living in shades of gray, hiding in cracks of pavements, in shadows of trees, for fear of being found. And when I am, it's like I drown in questions I've most likely answered, and there's only so many times I can explain myself to someone else before I start to lose all meaning. And maybe I never had it in the first place. But people question my identity before I hear them ask my name, so maybe I start making things up. And no, they're not lies, they're just realities I haven't chosen, options not yet picked, just multiple choice questions with 2 answers bubbled in. But I'll pick one. So I don't have to stumble over words, to worry about reactions, worry about more questions that beg for explanations that I cannot provide. See, the words never quite fit, but I don a label, too big or too small, like some shirt from the mall I can't quite return, or I'll let others choose to color my paint by numbers personality with the little bit they know and the bulk that they assume, but I won't correct, because I have no right answers to provide, and the iceberg behind my eyes is still forming, so when you ask me a question, just know I cannot provide the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because so help me God, I am not an articulate person, and my mind likes to bind my tongue, my throat, and my voice until I have no other choice but to say as little as possible. Thank you. And now for my lovely professor.
All the way down here. I don't know how to do this. This is getting ready to go real bad. Okay, as I was saying, I have a book coming out with Indolent Press in the spring called Bessie's Resurrection. So I'm going to read some of the poems from that book. And my friend Coley is going to help me with the first poem in this collection, because it's about, I got the poem from Bessie Mears out of Native Son. And so I talk about Bessie Mears, and I also talk about the other Bessies. Bessie Coleman and Bessie Smith serves as my soundtrack. And she's my soundtrack. And for some reason, I'm starting to write all these poems with music, and there were some wonderful artists singing today, and I just knew that was going to happen, and I refuse to try to sing. This is called Bessie's Gospel. Sisters and brothers, we meet here on some serious business. It's been some backbiting going on, and the thing I want to know is who's been doing it. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. The thing I want to know is what bit me on mine? I mean, who bit me on my back? Our blues breaking a black belt of sky, disappearing shards of yellow saved by sunrise, stubborn to be gone. Souls howling our blues of misery, voices strumming one sound.
You better get down on your knees and let the good Lord hear your pleas. 'Cause if you want to rest with ease, moan, you moaners.
A place where mahogany women grow, find whole pieces of themselves in green shrubs and magnolia trees. A winding street where brandy-colored men scatter, where sisters lean over windowsills under a yam-colored sun, elbows touching one stone.
Just bend your head way down and pray to have the devil chased away. Come, let your souls be saved today. Moan, you moaners.
Even my death wasn't easy. An untethered thing, drifting, tumbling, spying, abandoned bodies. Daughter of mine, born of my blues, born to risk flight, stuck in fright. Bessie's blues, my wings, the spit that makes me fly past Union Stockyard, a pinned fate. I have no sympathy for caged birds that only sing. I am born again.
You better get down on your knees and let the good Lord hear your pleas. 'Cause if you want to rest with ease, moan, you moaners.
Even my death was not easy, but there, beyond Philly, beyond Chicago, but there, beyond Jim Crow's love for me, whales ruffle bearded sycamore trees. Dust covers my landless feet that busk, stomp my blues. A wooden floor band possesses me in Daddy's church, standing in sanctified tones, save for 13th and Elm Street.
Just bend your head way down and pray to have the devil chased away. Come, let your souls be saved today. Moan, you moaners.
Whole family every Sunday after church. Grandma's faced a fist. I remember on my knees asking God have mercy on me. Abandoned, silenced. I'm told her blues be wicked. Bessie is not holy. Bessie's blues are my glory clothes. I am the residue of her blues. She tastes me across time. Bessie cradles my blues, rocks in me a new religion, almost as good as whiskey.
You better get down on your knees and let the good Lord hear your pleas. 'Cause if you want to rest with ease, moan, you moaners. Just bend your head way down and pray to have the devil chased away. Come, let your souls be saved today. Moan, you moaners.
Thank you. Now I'll never be able to read that poem without her. This next piece starts with the epigraph from Bessie Smith's song, Downhearted Blues. Trouble, trouble, I've had it all my days. Trouble, trouble, I've had it all my days. It seems like trouble's gonna follow me to my grave. Front page news. Hunt black in girl's death. A bold headline without mention of whether it be black woman, black dog, black cat, black rat. What is known is the girl murdered is white, 'cause black girls don't make front page news. 5,000 police, vigilante squads, guns loaded, ordered to shoot any black whatever on sight. Bessie lost, dumped, trying to save herself, digging, scraping her nails into the sides of an air shaft. Negro rapist faints at inquest. First responders hear a lone woman's hysterical wail. Her screams subside. The paramedics feel her fading pulse, dismiss her smashed skull, matted hair, blood glued. Uneven tan bodies become one tenor sax, moaning, missing brown female bodies as revival hymn. Someone they thought they knew, a woman easily forgotten. Who is it? What broken, discarded black body did they find? On a lone note, Bessie Mears leaves her name scratched in concrete. If I can create the minimum of my plans and desires, there shall be no regrets. Bessie Coleman, Flying African. And even though he said, you nigger women ain't never gonna fly, I sprung free to test my wings. And even though I thought I could stay snuggled in Jenny's pit, I wasn't scared to spit sky. And even though there were no attached strings, I was in awe, flipping wind, diving clouds. And even though they came to witness my 351st solo flight, my performance left them crying, wanting more. And even though my bones lay mangled in crumbled dust, their weight released let me soar. And even though they mourned my down flight, they could not know this little lemon gal was one of them Africans who could fly. Aggravating Papa, don't you try to two-time me. Just treat me pretty, be sweet. I got a darn 44 that don't repeat. Bessie Smith. Hand-me-down mean. Probably ain't nothing worse than a hand-me-down mean. I mean, you can't even say it's wholly yours. A tattered, torn at the seam mean. Or you don't know who owned mean. I feed my belly mean to keep me from crushing me. It was my mama's and my mama's mama's mean. I mean to fight. I mean to whip them if no was no good. A 2 sizes too big mean. I mean I had grown up in before I had a chance to wean. My daddy's mean. My man's mean. That got no safe place to go except up in me. I stay alive mean. Bessie's mean, folks say. They only know a secondhand mean. My blues is mean. Folk like Bessie's blues. The truth is mean. You gotta be mean to tell the truth and drink the truth some days. I wish I knew who this overcooked, leftover mean belonged to. I wish I knew how much mean I had up in me. I wish I knew how to bring them out one by one. This last poem I'm going to share with you was the impetus for the whole book, because I heard these fellow poets in a corner talking about a sister poet who was really talking about how brothers were disrespecting and not honoring our voices, and they just said all she needed some dick. And I was standing there and they act like I wasn't there, right? So then I was telling my mentor, and she said, well, what about Bessie? And I was like, Bessie who? And she was like, biggest Bessie. So that was the birth of the book. But somebody told me I needed to write the dick poem. So it's called, they said all she needed some dick. And if I get some dick, will I become dickmatized? Able to scale tall buildings, leap from them in a single bound to dodge dick daggers? Will this dick heal my cuts from razors riding my lover's tongue, slicing me wide when I fail to glow from an orgasm I faked as mine? Will it bless me? Will it anoint my forehead, forcing me to kiss the holy scepter before entering my temple of praise? And will I marvel at the dick's trick to erect itself when I close my temple's door? Will this dick make me rich, shoot out gold dust, even though I have a diamond mind. Well, this dick ear fuck me, so I'm deaf, dumb, and crazy when I'm called bitch, whore, scallywag, chickenhead, or a man-hating mad woman if I talk about sisterhood or survival. Will this dick cradle me? The pieces of me chewed on with crooked teeth that consider me exotic, dark meat, a medium rare delight or a honey glazed treat to make me whole, woman, clutching their panting cocks. They don't say what kind of dick I need. Short, fat, stubby, long, pimply, pink, black, brown, beige, yellow. Any dick will do, like they all dicklicious. All my life, I've seen pint-sized and full-grown men gripping the front of their pants, jostling, fidgeting, repositioning, making room for their maleness that is not privileged in classrooms, boardrooms, locker rooms, and at one time, white-only bathrooms, only able to penetrate cell rooms and me. I've heard these same sad boys, these almost men, chant this tired punchline like poets whose pens forgot to sing. Thank you. Okay. And you can find me dcsoar.com, dcsoar.com, SOAR, so others ascend righteously. So dcsoar.com, as well as, right. Yeah, and Instagram and Facebook, yeah. DC Soar, at DC Soar on Twitter, and the book drops in the spring. Indolent Press. Thank you.